What is going on, guys? My name is Brady Clockengay, and it is both an honor and blessing to have you guys on another episode of the Peace Talk, a podcast about the people. Today, I'm excited to bring on the wonderful Crow. He's got a beautiful soul, and he's a new member of our community, so give him a warm welcome. He's been a part of the conscious community since 2015. And if you want to reach him, he's on Instagram at roaming_crow. So definitely reach out and check him out there. But without further ado, let's get into it. Here on the Peace Talk, the idea and direction we like to take is pretty free-flowing. We ask a few questions, and wherever the conversation takes us, that's where we'll go. It is a pleasure to have you on today, Crow.
Thank you for having me. It is a pleasure.
Absolutely. So for this first question here, tell us a couple things about yourself and why you're interested in sharing your insights today on the Peace Talk.
Okay, so I guess a couple of things about myself essentially is I am a martial artist. I grew up in the Philippines, and I was taught our indigenous ways of martial arts, and it's called Kali. And in my own opinion, Kali is essentially a general term of the multiple different arts that it branches out to, like Eskrima, Arnis, Dumog, Pangamot, and the multiple different names to it. And Kali is just a name that essentially incorporates the entirety of what these fighting systems are. And I've taken these fighting systems or martial art systems, and in my Instagram, in Roaming Crow, essentially each technique and each strike that I do incorporates peace and awareness. So instead of it as a fight, style of martial art, I tend to use it more of spreading global consciousness and awareness.
I like that.
So that's essentially a little bit about me, and I see myself as a shaman warrior essentially, and it translates into a peaceful warrior where I cultivate this type of energy that my intention is that it reverberates and ripples all throughout the consciousness and the energy consciousness that we all collectively have a dream of. And I think that's all I'd like to say about a little bit about me. I mean, well, there was another question to that.
Yeah, and then why you were interested in sharing your insight today on the Peace Talk.
I am interested in sharing my insights in the Peace Talk today because, like everybody, we bring something unique to the table.
Absolutely.
And I think my view of how I see the world is unique to me. And at the same time, I personally feel that someone can resonate, or someone will resonate with the things that I have to say, because we'll see how the conversation goes or flows, but I'm going to name certain things that I will definitely give descriptions to in one form or another. So because of my uniqueness, it's my intention to connect to somebody else.
That's beautiful. I couldn't have said it better myself. I'm actually half Filipino myself, so
sweet.
Yeah, I got a couple of fighting sticks myself growing up in my youth. I never actually practiced with them. I wanted to, but haven't got around to that. But it's an honor to hear that you've been practicing it for as long as you have, and I'm very well looking forward to all the insight that you have to share. I mean, that's really why I wanted to start the show in the first place. Is truly we all have something to bring to the table, and it's all beautiful in its own way. So for this next question, in my inner workings journey, I've learned the importance of reconnecting with your inner child and keeping that youth alive in you, and how much prosperity that can bring into your life. So this next question I always like to start it off with is, what is activities that you like to do in your youth that made you feel alive or at peace?
Climbing. So a lot of climbing trees, climbing rocks, or just jumping onto certain things. As a kid, my fondest memory is definitely playing tag with my friends on treetops. Fallen a couple of times, but kids are quite limber.
All right.
But needless to say, I did bruise a rib or two. So essentially, just especially doing a lot of martial arts, stick fighting, all that kind of stuff. We also
Right.
saw ourselves as these, like as kids do. I mean, they use a bunch of like sticks or weapons or anything like that, and they always have this feel of flowingness to them.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to cultivate, personally, my inner child is I either do a meditation of sorts where I connect with him, or I just go outside in nature and just run in the forest, which, as you can see in the background, I live up here up north where I have just this abundance of beauty of forest around me. So every now and then, I usually take a day to just replenish and just run all throughout the forest, and that really sparks my inner child out of me.
I love that. Yeah, I was gonna comment on just from the room that you're sitting in and to the outside. It is you got a beautiful scenery going on there. But yes, that's a wonderful way to keep the youth inside of you. I love that. We all definitely need to tap into that more. I feel like the world would be a lot better place if we all kind of kept that youth inside of us alive, or just that inner child in us alive. A lot of people, we grow up, we get into our adulthood, and we kind of forget about that. We think we have to be serious and everything all the time, and all that stuff is stuff for the past. But it has its own values, for sure.
Yeah, it's like even when you look at children in general, when they play pretend,
Exactly.
they pretend to be adults, they pretend to be doctors or mom or dad or lawyers. They take on that seriousness into that game or in that play. But then after they're done with that, they drop their responsibilities and go back to being children and just have fun.
Right.
I feel like as adults, we kind of lost that because of the domestication of responsibilities that society has placed upon us, that you need
100%.
to do this, you need to do that, you need to pay bills. And then our inner child just gets further and further away until eventually we can no longer reach it. So
absolutely, it's very well said. And I actually have a little boy myself. He's 2 now, and he's allowed me to, a lot of times I'm almost envious of him when I see him running around in his innocence, and it's almost a daily reminder that how important it is to keep that alive, and I'm only gonna live a happier life if I continue to do so.
Yeah, it's
100%.
wonderful.
Thank you. So for this next question, this one's not necessarily to make you look silly or anything like that. It's just more so to show that we're all human beings and we all have things that maybe we're not the best at, or maybe things that we need to improve on. So this one's pretty straightforward. What are some activities that or traits perhaps that you're not very good at?
Traits that I'm not very good at.
Or activities, whatever.
Or activities.
Yeah.
I would say archery, maybe.
Archery.
Because I practice with a lot of sticks and swords and stuff like that. That's the main type of tool that Eskrima or Kali uses, but not necessarily archery per se.
Right.
But I'd like to say that I've gotten pretty decent over the years that I practice it, but still it's not as consistent as each technique that I would do for swinging or for striking or doing any kind of heaven count, 6 count, things of that nature. But archery is definitely, I still miss either way to the left or way to the right. It's just finding that center to it. So I feel like that's the type of action, or that's a type of situation that I am still a little bit lacking per se. So I mean this is the closest thing I can think of on the top of my head. If something else happens, then I can for sure ask you or tell you a little bit more about it.
Absolutely. And I think that's probably the first time that we've had someone share that they're not good at archery on the show. So I like that.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. So do you practice every day as far as your martial arts goes?
Yes, I do. Not to a point of where it's extensive,
right.
But every morning, essentially, I wake up around 6 to 6:30 a.m. and I just train for 15 to 30 minutes, just a really light katas, nothing too heavy or anything, because I have to go to work. But I don't like to say the word work. Essentially, I just say abundant HQ is what I like to call it. The abundant
like
currency HQ. because from a mentor of mine, his name's Shaman Durek. I've been listening to a lot of his podcasts and reading his book, Spirit Hacking in the Back. He mentions that work is essentially work, WORK. There's a frequency in each of these words that creates some type of resistance. So creating a whole different word will create an entire different energy and meaning to it. So instead of calling it work, it's just like, oh no, I gotta go to work. Mentioning that I intend to go to my abundant currency HQ. Abundant currency means money. And HQ is like, this is where I make this abundant currency. So it makes you just feel abundant in general from going there. And so bottom line is that before I go to my abundant currency HQ, I train a few minutes before doing that, and then a few minutes when I definitely come home. Just very, very light katas, or just flowing with eskrima sticks and things of that nature. And when the time did not shift yet, when I come home like around 5:30, it's already dark. But before it was dark, I did shoot bows a few times, like arrows, about 10 shots, and that's about it. Just really relaxing and breathing with the flows itself.
Gotcha. Yeah, so I have a few things I want to comment on there. As far as the martial arts goes, I've always wanted to get into one myself, and I feel like you coming on and then talking about it, especially being Filipino, it's just kind of a sign for me that maybe this is something that I could look into. I'm not really sure where to start, but that definitely would be a good practice to incorporate in and just learn the disciplines and the abundance that those can bring in. And then as far as you saying, what was it, the abundance HQ for work?
abundant currency HQ.
Abundant currency HQ. Yeah, before you explained why you use that verbiage with the book and everything that you've been reading, I was going to comment on that as well. That's because it really is so important to kind of change your perspective as far as like what you're doing and the tasks that you have in front of you on a daily basis. And just by changing the words and how you look at it can do so much. Tasks that would otherwise be daunting can now be full of abundance. So I really like that you do that, especially with work. That's an important one because a lot of people do not like what they do on a daily basis. So that can definitely help.
Work, or even when people say hate, you can change it to dislike.
Right.
Things of that nature. We just drop the hate bomb a lot of times, in my own opinion.
We do.
So changing that and that different frequency of energy goes a long way. Also, word casting. I consider myself as a word caster, WARD, and essentially it's what we say and what we do, from spelling something out. These are spells.
Yes.
I feel that you are aware of these situations. So whenever you say these things, it becomes a spell. It's a type of curse word, like from cursing, when you curse somebody, it's all intertwined in that kind of situation. And so being intentional and being careful of the things that we say can definitely go a long way on how we perceive the world around us, because we can only perceive the world around us based upon the words, the spells that we have in our own perceptions. So having different languages, or learning different languages, or enjoying and being open-minded to multiple different things will definitely help elevate your perception and to see certain things in a different way, just being open in general. I've heard a quote somewhere that says, miracles means that you are open to anything. And so that's what a miracle is. If someone say, hey, what's a miracle? It means that you're open to anything. It's not necessarily something that is divine. It's just you're open to anything and everything.
Right.
So word casting, I think that's very important.
100%. And I'm super happy that you touched on that, because in Western society, and I mean really society in general, that type of stuff is overlooked and quite frankly never talked about. And when whatever words that you had to say and you put out there, whatever spells that you cast, the subconscious mind has no idea whether you're talking to someone else or you're talking to yourself. Yes. So when you're putting that negative energy out there, it's coming back at you. And so you really,
Yes.
like you mentioned, have to be intentional about the words that you say, because
Mhm.
you can be doing so much more harm to yourself than what
Yeah.
you already or consciously are aware of.
Yes. And I feel like it's all a program of society, like the domestication of it,
Yeah.
to essentially put the general public in a very sheep-minded mentality in a
Mm-hmm.
way. I'm not saying that sheep are bad. Sheep are beautiful creatures,
They
but
are.
just for the metaphor
Right.
itself, for the lack of better words, sheep mentality creates that kind of awareness, and they inject these things into us for us to downplay our divinity.
Mm-hmm.
Words like trying. That word trying means that you're going to put some effort, but there's failure being implemented in that because
Mm-hmm.
you're trying, instead of doing, like what Yoda said, do or do not, there is no try. That
100%.
pretty wise. Or,
Dude, there's a
things
lot
of
of
that
truth
nature.
bombs that Yoda has.
I know. Yoda's pretty dope. Also, the word hope recently, I just got that into my vocabulary because hope essentially entails a type of future. Like I hope for X, Y, and Z. There's a dimension in that word that creates. Well, we're hoping for it. It didn't happen. Well, I mean, it was a good hope. We were just hoping for it.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of intentionally creating and vibrating and matching that word that you're casting. You
100%.
feel me?
I feel you. I feel you. And then, to take it even, or, to piggyback off that, when you're manifesting something into your life, people need to realize that all you have to do is intentionally put your will out there, declare that you're going to do something or you're going to have something, and then it's going to be yours. It's that simple.
Mhm.
And you have to let go of
Mhm.
that attachment of whatever it is that you want. Because as soon as you put that on a pedestal, the further separate yourself from whatever goal that it is that you're working towards. So there's a lot of
Exactly.
great and wonderful insight right there, packed into like 3 minutes. That a lot of people, if they were
Wonderful.
to incorporate, it's life changing. It really is. And as far
Yes,
as
it
that
is.
domestication that you were talking about with the sheep mentality or the herd mentality, it's just a lot easier to control the masses when they downplay their successes or what they're actually
Mhm.
capable of. And there's a lot of, money and power, unfortunately, in manipulation of, the masses. And,
Mhm.
that's why, this type of work and getting this type of insight out, you know, on the internet where it'll be there forever is more important than, ever than right now,
Yes.
because we're in a place right now as a collective where there's a lot of, you know, I feel like there's still a lot more positive people out there in the world. 100%, there always will be, but just the
Mhm.
negative voices are so loud right now. So,
Yes, it is.
the more we can get out there and do our part, even if we're just one person, it goes a long way. And as long as it takes one person to resonate it with, like how you mentioned with earlier, that starts a chain reaction, a domino effect as far as, what can be
Mhm.
done.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's like a ripple in the pond, essentially.
yes,
All it takes is just one tiny rock, and then that one tiny little pebble will essentially vibrate all throughout the edges of the lake or the edges of the pond itself.
100%.
And so if there's multiple different ripples or multiple different ponds, then it creates a wave, and that wave essentially just creates this energy flow that goes back and forth. And so if everybody just radiates, you don't even have to convince other people or do anything, but I guarantee you that this conversation, which is going to be staying in this dimension, the fourth dimension, the electronic field and stuff like that, this is essentially radiating all throughout the entirety of human consciousness. When someone
Exactly.
picks this up or someone sees this, that activates something into them. So they're part of that water, that ripple that's being activated, triggered from this pebble that we're both having right now. So it's
100%.
interesting.
No, I love that, and that's why I smirk when I hear you say it, because you couldn't be more on point with that. And again, like I know I've said this a few times now, but like that's what this podcast is all about, is about creating
Mhm.
that ripple effect with just one or two voices, and then it just becoming you know exactly what it was supposed to become.
Mhm.
So I love that, I really do. And this all The best part about this is all that insight started with the question, what are you not very good at? Which, with the wrong perspective, could be viewed as a very negative thing. But with the right
Yes.
perspective, so much good and so much healing can come out of that.
Mhm. Exactly. It's just all about perspectives and different views and how you see reality in certain ways, you know? Because if you think
100%.
about what are you good at or not good at, it's essentially that's just a label or a word or a spell that's being casted on individuals to see that I am good and I am bad.
Right.
In the end, there's essentially no labels in that kind of way.
No
There are
such
certain
thing.
things that are destructive, or there are certain things that may seem chaotic in some way. Like for fires, for example, I mean, we could pour our words into saying that fire is a bad thing. But if you also look at fire in a way of purifying things, like forest or sequoia trees or redwood trees won't be able to blossom or to have their seeds sprout if fire was not available because their
Mm-hmm.
seeds would have been too dampened into the forest floor. So there's multiple different things to see it in a way, and I think these words are just a construct of human beings that we have created to put us into boxes, like this frame right now that I'm trying to trace in my own thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like I think society is putting us in here so they could control us in multiple different segments instead of going inwards where our inwardness touching our inner child, going into our future self, our older self, or anything. These are just things that are not being able to be controlled by anything. And
Exactly.
there's this quote that I really appreciate. It goes, there are two prisoners, one sees bars and the other sees stars. So it's a perspective. There's two prisoners inside these jail cell. Like
Mm-hmm.
one sees bars. They're all just focusing on the bars, always, downtrodden and stuff like that. And then the other just sees the beauty of the stars outside, inside this box that they're in. But I'm saying these things not to downplay those people who are experiencing these negative feelings and emotions. What I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying is that having a different perspective to it, but allowing it to naturally flow through is the key to actually not go down the spiral and then having to resort to having external things being put into your body, such as certain pills or certain shopping addictions or things of that nature, just, external things, when in the end, you're the one who is powerful enough to stop any of these things from flourishing to begin with.
Exactly.
So,
And
yep.
I think that's why, whoever whoever it is that is trying to control the collective and manipulate them in, their way. I think that's why they've invested so many resources in trying to keep us, in this box, because we have so much power from within us. And at the end of the day, like, they can't control anything that we
Mhm.
do with our lives. All they can do is influence us. And as soon as you think that you can't do something, then, that's when they have that power. But everything that you could ever want or need in life it's always has and always will be just right inside you. It's so easy to look
Yep.
externally for the answers, but when you really need to figure something out, man, it's right in here. And
Yeah,
always will be.
exactly. Well said.
Yeah. And so, again, folks, it's all about perspective, and the words that you use on your everyday life. You really got to be intentional with how you talk, because
Hmm.
again, your subconscious mind does not know the difference. So that's all on
Yeah.
you. You have so much more control than you know, and were born a creator, and the day that you leave this life and go on to the next one, you will always be a creator. Don't ever think that you
Yep.
don't have that. This
Well said.
is good. I like this. So, for this next question, if there was one helpful thing that you could tell your past self, what would that be?
I would tell my past self to live responsibly. So, regardless of what it is, understand the consequences, the cause and effects of every choice that you make. So, living responsibly, even when you wake up in the morning, you need to do anything you want, you need to make any kind of choices, live it responsibly, knowing that this day could be your last in a way. I mean, if you look at children and how they live their day all throughout, I have little nephews and nieces, and whatever they do in some kind of way when they're playing outside or whatnot, they tend to just experience life very blissfully and very fun. And I feel that viewing it and observing it in that way, they are experiencing life in this way because they don't have a concept of death just yet. You know, the fear of death is not being charged with fear. It's not being charged of, you know, how the media society depicts what death is, something scary, something to avoid, something to all this kind of stuff. But if we just understand it in our nature that is fundamentally part of everything, then we live life as if we might not have a next day. And so I would definitely tell my past self, live responsibly in a way, not to say be an adult or anything, but it's more of just go at it one step at a time. If you're going to make that choice, live that responsibly. If you're going to buy this material, if you're going to do this, if you're going to do that, then be responsible for X, Y, and Z that could occur, that could happen, whatever the situation may be.
So kind of, you know, what we were talking about earlier, going back to just being intentional about everything that you do in life. And then on top of that, when something doesn't go the way that you expected it to, you know, owning up and being responsible for your actions and what happened. Because there's a lot of people in today's world, and this has been going on for a long time, but I feel like it's a lot more prevalent today, is that everybody likes to point the finger at something else for why something went wrong. No one ever wants to own up to their own actions. And this, you know, this goes for everybody, whether you're a child or I've seen, you know, 60, 70-year-old people still do this. Everybody wants to point the finger and not take responsibility for their own actions. And when you can own up to that and realize, you know, okay, that's on me, the quicker you not only will learn a lesson and get something out of it, but you'll free up that energy of, you know, fabricating something that didn't actually happen when it actually is on you, and allows you to put that energy towards, you know, becoming the best version of yourself, or whatever it is that you actually, you know, were trying to complete in the first place, instead of, you know, putting up your own barrier or getting in your own way. So that's a very good one. I like that.
Thank you.
Yeah. So this one kind of goes hand in hand with the last question. And what are some obstacles that you've encountered either lately or in the past that you would be comfortable talking about today on the Peace Talk?
So one of the obstacles that I've encountered lately is essentially my abundant currency headquarters. So essentially the place that I work at is it's or not work, the headquarters that I reside at, it's very artificial in a way. It's devoid of anything that is natural, such as what's in the background. You're in this container, in this box, and the temperature has to be regulated, and temperature is about 34 or 40 degrees in that way, because the material that we're working at has to be kept at that cold temperature. But the point is that I am essentially there working with this material for 5 days a week, about 5 to 6 hours, with give or take going outside here and there. But even outside, it's still somewhat in the city area. So it's disconnected in that kind of way. And what's made me strive and even climb up the ranks, so to speak, is to just have a different type of perception and mentality, and understanding that where I'm at right now is a necessary, I guess, for the lack of better words, a necessary evil or a necessary circumstances for me to be here, because I am being forged to be the best version of myself. You know, like there's this quote that I appreciate as well. I think it goes somewhere around the line that if you are always bothered by everybody who rubs you wrong, then how will your stone ever be polished? So it's similar to a pearl. You know, a pearl forms through pressure and a lot of sand just going in constantly, and then it becomes this very, very shining thing that is beautiful. And so observing it and just letting go in that kind of atmosphere, knowing that this too shall pass, has definitely helped me overcome anything of going all the way down to the rabbit hole and spiraling into this negative thoughts, into this negative things. And what instead of using my energy to think about these things and constantly just spiral negatively, I don't like where I'm at. I don't like where it's going. I don't like all these things that cost energy to think. I propel it to a different way by wording and saying different spells that uplifts me, such as, this too shall pass. Where you at right now is necessary. Just observe what's going on. Breathe. Be where you're at. So instead of questions like, I don't like this, I am sick of this, I'm doing this, both requires the same energy. But choosing which one is responsible living. And so because of that, I am now creating much more responsible choices to where my intentions is to manifest something with the work of the universe to essentially create an atmosphere that is suited to my needs, because I know what I don't like and I do what I do like. It's like, you don't know if you don't like a dog until you actually get a dog.
Right.
And so because of that, you're like, all right, I'm going to go ahead and get a cat instead. So it's essentially that situation that I'm at. And that's how I have intentionally being, overcoming those situations.
100%. And that's a wonderful way to look at it. And, say what you want about the guy. I mean, sometimes he has his moments, but I think Matthew McConaughey actually touches on that as far as finding where you want to be in life. And he suggests like the first thing to do is find like what you're not good at, and then what you are good at, and then or what you don't like doing, and then what you do like doing, and then move forward from there. So you touched on that, and there were some parallels there. So I wanted to comment on that. And it really is so important to have that perspective of that everything that the universe has in store for you is happening according to exactly the way that it's supposed to happen. And whichever way that you decide to perceive that is either going to exponentially slow down that process or speed it up. And when you are intentional and you are looking at it in the right light, a lot of good things are going to come to you. And something that, it sounds cliche, but I finally got through my head recently that's really helped me out, is that life, it doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. And
yes,
when you can really understand that, there's a lot to be grateful for, and there's a lot of abundance that has come into your life currently, and it has yet to come. And without experiencing, those highs and those lows, there's no way to actually appreciate, the greatness that is to come, or the greatness that you are going to make of yourself. So those are all really good things that you touched on.
Wonderful. Thank you for elaborating on it.
Yeah, absolutely. So throughout life, of course, there's always things that happen to us, and a lot of times we can, we get off track. So, what are some tactics that you've used throughout your life that have, helped you get back on track when you kind of felt yourself, drifting off into the abyss, or wherever you would like to put it?
Breathing. So whenever I start to spiral, or whenever something makes me feel uncomfortable, or anything or any of that regards, I notice that I haven't been consciously aware and intentfully aware of my breath. So what I do, I just inhale, exhale, just breathe. And what that does is that it creates this spacious awareness of what's going on in the moment. And then from that, with my observation and my uniqueness of who I am and the warrior path, the shaman warrior path that I travel, it helps me be more intentional of what energy I want to come in and what energy I don't want to have in my life. And how I do that is that I inhale and I exhale. I breathe into any situation that I find myself in. Whenever someone says there's an emergency, okay, inhale, exhale. And then I ask, what's the emergency? So I create space for this situation. So I respect it. And I also have the awareness and responsibility on what decisions and choices I'm going to do to execute or to deliver or to manifest whatever situation needs of me. And so breathing is definitely 100%, I would say, that has helped me with in the past.
100%. And that's in my inner workings journey in the past few months, that's something that I've stumbled upon too, is the power of breathing and breath work, and how, like you said, even in a situation that, you know, could be an emergency, or maybe someone is coming at you with negative energy, when you can take that deep breath, you know, and this is something that we all can do. Like you said, you create that space, and instead of being reactive to whatever is coming at you, you're more likely to see the necessary actions that you need to take to see things through in the most positive way possible. So, you know, even if you're not into, or even if you haven't even started doing elaborate breath work, just like taking that deep breath, like how you said, which is, again, something that we all can do. It really does allow you to look at things from a more enlightened or positive perspective.
Exactly.
And you know, I know you touched on it a little bit earlier about you being a shamanistic warrior. Do you kind of want to? Can you elaborate on what exactly you mean by that? Because even me personally, I'm interested.
Okay, so essentially, the word shaman, there's many different meanings to it, but in my own perception, in my point of view, a shaman is someone who heals the tribe, who heals the village, or is someone who knows medicine, any kind of medicine, plant medicine, spirit medicine. There's multiple different types of shaman. And fundamentally, I saw myself as a young child, someone who is naturally a healer. In my walk in life, I've done a lot of shamanic journeying workshops, and I've also done breathing meditations and yoga, things of that nature. So I felt that my calling was that to help heal individuals in a certain way without, it's more of sparking what they already know.
Right.
So I'm not providing the medicine or the pill or whatever to you. I'm just letting you remember what you already know through our engagement, through our conversation, through this ripple effect, through my energy. And so that to me is what a shaman is. And a warrior for me is somebody who is impeccable in whatever they say. Not necessarily when we hear the word warrior, it's like, oh, there's a battlefield, there's something to kill or something to do. It's more so the reason why these warriors are able to make these choices is because they have let go of essentially everything. They have understood death, they have understood life, and they know what they have to do.
Right.
And so because of that, every choices they make is impeccable. And so combining the two things, where I have been called a shaman before, but I didn't really feel that I have deserved that name just yet until eventually I started owning it and said, you know what? Yeah, I am. I'm gonna call myself a shaman warrior. So I merged the two different biosphere. And what I am is that essentially I am someone who heals, but not necessarily heals the people or the world through a pill or through anything, but I am healing fundamentally myself. And with that warrior self, a shaman warrior, I am impeccable of my words and what I say to myself. And because the shaman warrior is combined, it's this beautiful synchronization Milky Way cycle within me that now I am radiating this intensity, this impeccability, this healing aura that then creates a ripple effect all throughout the entire cosmos. And so that's what I view myself as a shaman warrior. And through, if you look at my Instagram, through all my martial arts, through my Yaido, my Batojutsu, the Kali, all those strikes, all those things are from multiple and thousands of different reps since I was a kid. But instead of viewing it as a way of, it's a weapon, it's an art to kill. Each strike, as I mentioned earlier, is a way of healing, peace, awareness, all those things. I do these mantras, and then eventually I radiate such energy with the help of my tools that it is my intention that I help wake up those who are eventually in that teeter totter stage of like, I'm not sure yet. And then this energy, this ripple that we talked about, then reaches them. And then they're like, whoa, now I see with much better and clearer eyes. So that's how I view myself. And that's how what shaman warrior means to me is that it's just an impeccable healing work on yourself. And because of that, you are a huge rock that is being dropped on the pond that then ripples faster and much more intensely outwards.
I love that. That was beautiful. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
And especially the way that you explain the warrior too. I like that because whether it's throughout time, whenever you're reading about history or even if you're seeing a movie, the best warriors or the best mentors are always ones that have embraced and realized both sides of it. So, life and death and how they connect. And when you understand those, it takes your skill set to the next level. And that's a beautiful way of putting it. And then along with you saying, you were shamanistic and you have that healing energy. That's kind of why I've always kind of viewed myself as that as well. So, as you've talked, a lot of times I've probably been smirking throughout this, but it's because I resonate with what you have to say and how exactly you're delivering it. And it's very powerful, and usually I'm somebody that like loves to talk or adds on to points, but there's just been times where I've just really enjoyed listening to what you've had to say. So, thank you again for sharing that. It's beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you for your light and your ripple. It's pretty awesome.
Thank you. So for this last question here, what is advice that you would give to someone out there right now that to them seems is they're struggling in whatever hole that they're in or whatever obstacles in front of them seems impossible to overcome? And I know we've talked about a lot of good things so far.
Okay. The first thing that comes to mind is breathing and being impeccable with that breath. So you're putting a lot of focus, or I am assuming that, and I'm only assuming because this has happened to me. So whenever I'm putting too much intention or focus on, I don't want to be here, I instead just drop everything, take a step back and breathe in intentionally. That same focus, that same thought of, I don't want to be here, gets transmuted into an alchemy. So you become an alchemist of your own self. And then you then step back and then you view the situation that you're in and you just refresh yourself by breathing. And so breathing essentially gives you that, as we mentioned earlier, space to figure out what to do and what responsible choices to make for the situation that you are in. So if two people were in a sinking ship and one is completely being panicked and the other one is completely peaceful, it wouldn't help anybody if both were just panicking out of their heads. They're just like, oh my God, we're going to do this, we're going to die, we're going to do all this. It's this, the ship will eventually still sink. It will sink much more so if they're both panicking. If one is a lot calmer and much more peaceful by working with the breath and the other one is panicking, that peaceful individual or that person who is breathing and being present can possibly see little details that a panic mind would not be able to see. And the panic mind is essentially a metaphor for any kind of distractions, stimulations, or distraughtness, or anything of that nature. By taking a breath, you get to clear those things and you can see where your energy is being pulled in multiple directions. 100%. And so to overcome any kind of, hardships, in my own perspective, is to just take a breath and know that this is here in your life for a reason. Maybe the reason is for you to take that breath at that moment. And when you do take that breath, there's a lot of things that you can put onto that eventually compounds into something much more magnitude and much more greater. Like, okay, I'm breathing, I'm being present. Okay, oh wait, I didn't see that before because you had a panic mind. Now I know where I can put my energy instead of harnessing that energy into a much more distraught perception of you. It's just like wiping the lens of fogged out binoculars, and now you can see clear just by breathing. Because in the end, you chose to live in this life, and you chose to come here, and you chose your parents and everything like that. We could talk about this whole situational thing, but the point is that you're here to essentially remember prior to incarnating here. So breathing definitely.
I like that. And that's kind of what I was talking about when the way that you explain things is I resonate with, because I was gonna, tag on tag along there and say, when you have that panic mindset, that's when you kind of miss out on, the lessons that you were supposed to learn in that situation, and also you're just focusing on everything negative, everything that could go wrong, instead of, taking a deep breath or changing your perspective on the situation and figuring out what you need to do to go on to the next step or get out of this situation that's making you uncomfortable. And I know you mentioned it earlier with breathing, but I that kind of, I don't know why that really stuck with me when you were talking about breathing, how it kind of creates that space. And I don't know, I'm definitely gonna, whenever I feel angst or anxiety or anything coming on, when I take my next breath, I'm gonna visualize that space that it creates. And I don't know, for some reason that just feels very powerful as far as helping out the situation and really just becoming present with what's going on around you.
Yeah, there's a gap in between that. So when you inhale, there's a space in between before your breath goes out. So there's that gap, and that's the space that, when I teach meditation or whenever I meditate personally, I try to really feel and to sink into that gap. And one of my mentors, Wayne Dyer, he teaches a meditation that lets you find that gap in between inhales and exhales. And in that space, you are completely connected to your creative self, because you're not inhaling and you're not exhaling. So it's nothing but creative energy that's in there. It's nothing but power energy. So that gap of inhale and exhale, that's why I feel, there's that space in it. That space is just, there's so much you can do in that space.
Yeah, it's almost like, because you're not exhaling or inhaling, it's just pure nothingness. And there's a lot of,
Yeah.
Talk in the, in the meditative space of when you can reach that area of nothingness is when you're just in pure zen and tranquil space, and how you can, anything is possible from that point.
Yes.
So that's,
Exactly.
I like that. I like that a lot. I'll definitely have to reach out to you in the future, and whether it be about breathing practices, or I definitely want to talk to you about some martial arts stuff as far as Kali goes. I know it's just virtual and stuff like that, but I would definitely like to start getting more into some of my roots.
Do you have any tattoos?
What's that?
Do you have any tattoos?
I do.
Awesome.
Yeah,
It's
this one here.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Is that an Earth or
Earth?
fire?
Yeah.
Earth. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you're a Virgo.
Yes.
Awesome. I feel feeling those vibes. Me too. I'm also a Virgo. So
Nice. Yeah.
works awesome and well. It's just like, all about healing. So which is, I mean, all signs are, but Virgo, from what I understand, is definitely that case. I have some of them too. His entire arm and a little bit of my right hand. So these are Filipino tattoo styles, which I'm sure you're familiar of. So if we could talk about that in a different podcast about roots and all that kind of stuff. So
no, 100%. And that was something else I was going to mention too. Is I would love to have you back on, and we can talk more about roots and everything like that, or just go more deep into just a more healing or collective space. That would, I think that would be very beneficial for all the listeners. But yeah, man, it was a absolute pleasure to have you on. It was a blessing. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to do this again, because there's a lot of good insight, and I'm very happy and grateful that you decided to come on the show today.
Oh, it's my honor. Thank you so much for your light, brother. I love you, and thank you for everything that you are doing right now. This goes a really, really long way. It goes to what we're talking about, the whole ripple, that pebble or that rock on that lake, and it's gonna touch all the way to the end of the shores.
100%. And thank you for saying that. You know, and I genuinely mean that. Anybody that has said, appreciated what I do, and it always just means so much to me. And it's obviously I'm not doing it for people to say things like that, but anytime I do hear it, it really does mean a lot, because I know what it's like to feel all by yourself, and how there's no one else there or no one to turn to. I've been there, and I don't want anybody else to feel that way. And I know there's someone out there that's feeling that way right now. And that's why I wanted to start a community like this, is to spread the enlightenment of each and every individual and all the gifts that we have. And whoever's out there struggling right now, you have those same gifts inside you that are unique to yourself. But the world needs it. We need people. We need more of that sharing. We need more of that healing. And the closer that we can get to that, the better the world will be. Especially now that I have a kid now. I mean, that shit got real serious to me. It's all that we gotta. It's really all of our responsibility to come together as one and just make the world a better place for real. So definitely. I'm happy to do this type of work.
Awesome. Before we end,
energy transfer.
There's a quote that I like to share. It goes somewhere around the line of, Earth is a source, not a resource. So that's it.
No, yeah, I like that. Yeah, I mean, and that's why I cherish and love being an earth sign myself, is because it's always just, for me, a constant reminder to stay grounded. And when I am grounded, that's when abundance and positivity always, and this, living life to its fullest extent and it naturally coming to me is always happens best when I'm just grounded and chill. So
yes,
again,
awesome.
Yeah, thank you so much, brother. Love you too, man. I appreciate it, and we will definitely have you on in the future so you can share more for us. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you.
100%. All right, guys. Well, that was it for us today. If you enjoyed what you saw, check us out on our other socials. Check out Crow here at Roman_Crow at Instagram. He's got a lot of cool stuff on there. And as usual, stay beautiful, stay safe, and we will catch you guys next time. Peace.